ATV Offroad Fury is rated E for everyone and contains no troublesome content. Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play ATV Offroad Fury. In the last episode, we finished up the pro career, and basically, there's only a few more things we can do. I mentioned in the last episode that we can do the freestyle or enduro, but in all honesty, I'm only going to do the enduro. Because the freestyle is literally nothing more than just driving around 5 tracks. The same 5 tracks that are in the enduro. You can't drive on any of the tracks in nationals unless you're racing. Same with supercross. So basically with freestyle and enduro, there's only a few that you can actually race on. So we're going to go ahead and do enduro, because that's the more entertaining one. I mean, I could go off on freestyle all I want, but it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, there are 3 kind of waypoint tracks, and I'll explain what that is once we actually start racing. I tried doing the long race, but it lasted so long, it was really boring, and I really don't want to deal with that, so we're just going to deal with the medium race. That seems to work fine. Hopefully I still got my 4-wheel, yep, my Ravage 1000. Sweet. Anyway, one thing about enduro that's a little different than all the previous races up until this point is that instead of having a set track that you can race around, this one's a little bit different in a sense that instead of a track, it's more or less a checkpoint in a race. So, although there is a technical track, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very liberal with where the boundaries for the track are. In fact, there are no boundaries. It's literally point A to point B. Anyway, we're going to follow the arrow. 2, 1, go! At the top right hand corner of the screen, it tells you the lap, of course, but it also tells you how many gates there are of the current lap. So basically what we're doing is we're going from gate to gate, passing all the gates in order. Also, you, sir, are totally beating me, and I don't understand how. It really doesn't matter what direction you take to get to the gate. All that matters is that you get to the gate. What? Brought me all the way back here? That is lame. Although that was pretty hilarious, though. Hit the top of the checkpoint, only to knock out the person that was right behind me. Classic. So far, it's turning out to be much better than the previous, my previous recording of this. One thing about this race is that there is kind of a track you can follow, I guess you could say. It's not really a set, like I said, it's not really a set track. But you can follow the trails if you want, but I don't think anyone here actually follows the trails. None of the AI do. And you'll start doing this once we actually... Oh, no, I'm not hitting that checkpoint again. But I'll knock out you again. I think that's the second time. You were the same person I knocked out earlier. One thing about enduro races is that when it comes to the different laps, memorizing or getting a feel for where the checkpoints are located at, that was dumb. Did I pass that? Did I count? That counted as me passing it. Okay. Okay, I don't know how, but... Jackson! Get out of my face! Get in my face! But back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by gravity, when it comes to the enduro races, it's really kind of based... It makes it easier if you can remember exactly where each of the gates are. I noticed that this one, for 1 lap, is about 2 minutes. In the long race, it felt like 1 lap was like 4... Oh, nope. Alright, I guess I gotta be careful with that one. We'll make a mental note to be careful with that specific checkpoint. That one, and I think it's gate 10 itself, the last gate. I still don't understand how that one was credited to me, but oh well. I'll just pass you guys. Nothing major. Oh my gosh. The first person, the guy in the lead is like so far in the lead. Oh my goodness. 8 seconds. 8 seconds in the lead. Sheesh. Actually, my practice run of the long race of Canyon Country, my lead, like, cause I was in the lead for quite some time, my lead was literally like 14, 15 seconds the entire time. It was almost unfair. Almost. But also, you aren't... Are you not first place? I don't understand. Also, wow, that totally clipped me. And he totally ran me over! That stupid... Oh, gosh, that guy. First off, yes, I'm allowed to crash my four-wheeler on top of you, you are not allowed to run over my decaying and decrepit body after I've been decapitated by a checkpoint sign. That's just like bad sportsmanship, bro. That's bad sportsmanship. But I feel like you're not the guy in first. I feel like... Get out of my face. Get out of my face. I'm in first. I don't know how the lead is... I think the lead thing is kind of misleading. Very, very misleading. Oh, dear. You know, I told myself to make a mental note of that, and I never did. Also, I don't understand how I'm 10 seconds behind. I don't understand. You know what? I just really don't understand. This doesn't make much of sense to me. There are times where it feels like I'm 16 seconds behind, and there are times where it feels like I'm 4 seconds ahead, and I'm still in second. I don't... the lead in the enduro races just doesn't make sense. Oh well. Sometimes I guess you can't always get what you want. If you try real hard, you'll find what you need. See, like, now I'm in first, and it tells me that I don't have a lead, which I don't understand. How can I be in first and not have a lead? Are you not able to calculate it? Also, let's try not to get ourselves decapitated this time on the 10th gate. That'd be fine. That'd be perfect. In fact, it's right there. And let's remember not to get decapitated. We're gonna take the kind of leisurely stroll route here. And there we go. Not decapitated. We don't have to worry about any kind of liability issues with our medical insurance. At least hopefully not. Unless some of the other people like actually get like decapitated themselves. That would be interesting to see. But anyway, we're gonna start lap 4. Only 2 laps down, and it feels, I'm pretty sure in the long version of this racetrack, I'm gonna kind of drive around. Nope, that's the different one. That's a different one. That's right. In the long version of this track, I think I would still be on like lap 2. That's kind of sad. And this one's the one I kind of want to drive around, so we're gonna drive around, kind of not get decapitated or drive into the checkpoint. Also, why is my lead not showing up? Game, I don't think you like me. I don't think you expected me to beat you or something, but you're all like, you ain't in the lead. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? Also, I like how my dirt trails are kind of like, they disappear after a certain like distance. That's kind of pointless. That's very sad and depressing. It's like, oh, I want to look cool, but nope, can't do it. Can't do it. Limitations of the system, yo. Limitations of the system. That almost ended badly. Alright, we got 2 more gates left of this lap, and hopefully again we don't get decapitated by gate number 10. Again, leisurely stroll pathway. Just gonna kind of like browse our way up here. And now to head off to the last lap of this, in the first enduro race. It's actually kind of interesting. As far as enduro races go, I enjoy the enduro races, although, to be fair, I only like them in the 2nd or 3rd installment of Offroad Fury. Reason being is because, in my opinion, ATV Offroad Fury is just not very... It's not the best of the 4 games so far. In fact, it falls below number 4 in my opinion. And the reason, and I don't really like 4 that much, although I'll be honest, I'll probably LP it at some point. And I didn't even get a chance to get decapitated. I would have actually preferred to be decapitated. Game. Bah. No, but when it comes to enduro races, 2 and 3 have the best enduro races in my opinion. Mainly because the fact that these tracks here, the 5 tracks that we have enduro races on, they're just boring. They're bland. There's hardly anything here. There's nothing cool. I mean, I get it, it's the first like major installment in a franchise such as this one, but I mean, still, it's just kind of odd. Like some of these things, like right here, these houses and whatnot, they're cool and whatnot, but like there's nothing dynamic about any of the tracks. They all just seem kind of bland and uninspired. Whew. Oh my gosh, my guy literally watched as his life fly past right in front of his eyes. But in all honesty, yeah, these tracks do kind of feel bland, uninspired. I do like 2 and 3, but I love 3. The 3rd game, in my opinion, is my absolute favorite of these games, and I died. I'm just gonna fall to my death. That killed me. That should have killed me. Like, that just literally should have killed me. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know where you're coming from, sir. But Jackson, you are not winning this time. I am winning this fair and square with the minimal amount of cheating that I'm allowed in this game. The minimal. Smallest. We're going to pass this gate number 10, lap number 5, and victory! First place. Also, look at that screen. Like, that's it. There's nothing else. Like, it's not even moving. Wow. Also, I like how Jared apparently got the same time that I did, but he didn't cross at all at the same time that I did, which makes no sense to me. Whatever. Anyway, in the next episode of Let's Play ATV Offroad Theory, we're going to go ahead and tackle... New high score? Player 1, sure. We're going to tackle the next Enduro race, the next of 5 Enduro races, Harp Valley. Anyway, that's going to be for this episode. Until next time, keep being awesome. This is Braxton, riding out. This one hopefully looks a little bit more promising.